Hi, back again. Today we texture that what we made yesterday. So we start here with the wooden stuff there. So that is that here. Oh, let's see here some arrows in. Almost short. Bring them away. So with that line we go simply back. So we have a straight flow there. Okay. So we have to mark seams. That means the completely back of it, but without the middle edges there. They can delete it. Then this one. Yeah, mark seam. That's shading UV mark seam. Then at the complete front, but be sure that must be another one. So that, and the downline, not this downline, that downline. And this one too. That will mark seam, because there are two different things. That is steel and that is wood. We must make each mark seamed. So we mark seam here the complete front of the steel, but I see that we should mark. So we clear that and go here down under and mark that seam. Then the complete down line here, that here, and on the other side too. So that is the complete down part there, mark seam. Then here down under, here on the sides, on the top side, mark seam. So that we have around each material seams. So here too, there too, and we every time need one heighted cutter, we call that, where the textures come together, but you see then that is textured, and for that you need a hidden cut where you can get the textures together and nobody sees that. So then we have here one, there one, there. So that should be it. Oh, that here should be steel too, I think. So we must that here too, mark seam, and that here too, and that here not. Yeah, clear seam. So let me think about it. Down under, that should be steel too. So we have to mark that up too. Good. So we need here two materials. We need wood and we need a rusted steel. So first is wood 1, we call it simply, and give them principal shader, image texture. We open up and look in our texture folder what we get there, and we get there this wood. And to see that, why we don't see such, because we haven't applied and we haven't unwrapped. So before we do that, new rusted steel, that is the next one, should be a principal shader 2, and it should be an image texture. So what we have to do here, What's that? What happens here? Mystery things. Okay, good. So we have to apply the rotation scale of the object, and we have to unwrap that. Now we see the texture, and this texture should be turned, I think. So we get here a node editor, bring that here over, make that away by pressing N, here too, and here we take UV image editor, and now we see here our UV, and we rotate 90 to get a long way texture, and that looks better. So the rusted steel, then we must have a texture. So I looked at my texture folder. It's from textures.com, and there is this one I like, and that one maybe. I think we can take that. It's too even, I think. I take that here, copy, and make it in our texture folder, and then get that on the steel part there. So here's the steel material. I take here, open the texture, that I put it in our texture folder here. Where is it? There. Good. We have to do a little with these things. The wooden material at first. We have to input the texture coordinates, the mapping, the UV with the vector. Click on texture, vector to vector. That's so we can change it easier, the texture. And here we get a displacement on it, but we need here the math converter and a multiply to get that a less. That is 0.05 or some. That you see a little effect, but not much. Good, and it should be not glossy, so we need a roughness there. Here, the preview. You see a little roughness, a little glossy there. Rusted seal, there's the same, so we can take here from our wooden material that one, and that one. Control C to copy, go to our other material, Control V to plug in, and then we don't need to make that all manual again. So good, that is the rusted steel, but you see it's too glossy, so we get here higher to much more that. Then we take here our material and assign it on the parts that are steel. So that is our steel material, and you see it's a little bit rough there. So here we must change the size of it, and we simply turn it down. Two, maybe one. Yeah, one is okay for me. I see here don't come out, so extrude that out simply and place there the rusted steel, and it needs an unwrap for sure, so that is clear. Same we have to do here, let's see. extrude and bring it up. So we have that one. That is good. File, save. And this chain should have that too. So for that chain, we simply mark one line in the middle and one at the down part. That is enough. Same by the other one. One in the middle and one down there. Good. There we make object apply rotation scale. What is happened? Mamma mia. So we take here 0, here 1, and go here deeper. It is 0.85. Good. So now we unwrap that and we give them the same material, that rusted stuff there. So rusted steel, and then we have there this chain material done. Yeah. Good. So next one. File, save. When we look here at the gate there, that is huge stones, not the small ones. So we have to texture that. So we are here, and we need to mark seam. So we take that here, mark seam, the other side of the gate there, and then the down line, and this down line here too, but not that one here. There's the arrow. So must look what's going up here. That must more be in front. That here too. Scale by 0 to get that all on the same high there. So it looks mystery. Good. So the door itself should have a mark seam. The back side of the door, mark seam. Then we go here along. So that means there, one time around. Good. Then on the other side we'll look here, the down part, and that here. Then the edges of each. And the complete top line. But before we have to do here all edges ready. So here at the front too. So then the top line. So then the little pieces there. Good, Maxi. So we have marked seam that completely. That should be good. Let's look here that we need the inner part of the gate. Good. So we done it. So we object apply the rotation scale of the object, set the origin to geometry, and we need an unwrap, so you unwrap. Then we make our material, we call it gate stone wall. Good. Should be the principal shader and an image texture. And we have in our copy paste program the rest of the other ones, so Control V to plug that in, we need that. Connect the vector here with the vector simply, and that we make later. So I want here stone, create stones. So we look in our texture folder what we find there. And there we see that one. That's perfectly for that. But you see there are little problems, and that is the unwrap. So we can take here a Smart UV project unwrap that can look better, and we go here from the scale much less. Thing 2 can be good. Yeah, and that looks good for me. You see here that must turned. So we mark that here and turn that, rotate 90 degrees, and then it's turned. Good. Wonderful. That's good. Now we need here our 3D part, so the displacement. We make the color from the image as a multiplier for the displacement, and maybe we can make here a 100. That looks much, but we must see some. Without that we don't need that to do that. Good. So the top part there is the same stone. The middle part better. So we have to before mark seam that. So file, save as, new version number. It's 3 in my case. And here we can now mark seam. It's the same as the other one. All edges that goes up and goes down at the down line and the top line. That is all you need to mark seam. So top line done, all edges done, then the down line. And that was it for the seaming. I think we have done that. We only see it not. Yes, good. Then here we have to do the same. Apply the rotation scale, set the origin to geometry, U unwrap. We take the Smart UV Project 2 and take the same material as there. That is the gate stone wall. And so we have that done also. Then we can take here our wooden stuff there and rotate Z90. Well, that was wrong because he changed my language. That is bad. So rotate Z90 degrees, rotate Z180 degrees, plug down, and it should be at the down level there. Must look in the original, but I think it was so. Yeah, it's a down level. Shift D to make a copy and bring that into there. So we've done that. Then we need the chain there. Grab it to position that holds the bridge. Yeah, but it must be much shorter, so we go here to our modifiers, and there we have this array modifier, and we make the half of them, so I take 14, 13 is good, so we can make a copy, Shift D and place it there too. So that is fine, but I think all in all this both can be a little bit more next to the side there. That means we have to take that here a little bit to the side too. That means we take these three guys here and simply bring them there. So we have to unwrap that new Smart UV project. This new unwrapped and all fine. Good. That we don't see later, so that is not a problem. The back side we see, so there it is a problem. So we take that here and rotate that 90 degrees. So that is better. And that is mystery unwrapped there. That is not good. So I make it U from view. And we bring it more on one side, that we don't have too much doubles in there. Then that looks not good. Good. Bring it a little bit to the side, maybe, and scale in the X to make it a little bit longer. So that looks better. That we don't see, and the other we don't see too. So all is okay. Good. We done that. File, save. Then the top part there. That are the little stones. When you look there, that are the real, like the tower or so, the little stones. So we have to unwrap that too. This down part there. So we can take that face, mark seam, that face, mark seam, the top face, this face, that one, that one. So then the door and the inner part of the door with one cut. Then here the down line, the window also into and the outside, and one cut in the edge. So then here the vertical lines and the top line too. Good. Here the down line, then the window, same on the other window. So this line here, the inner line there, the inner window there, that window too. Good. That line here, that's from the roof. The down line. But that works, I think. Good. That one must be mark seamed, that we don't need in that direction there. So we clear that. Better mark that. On the other side too. Disable that here, clear seam, and here mark seam. Good, then we have the front here. There we have to make the window. So, I think it is done now. Yeah, for me it looks good. Oh, here is one forgotten. That we can make. Yeah, little things, but sometimes better to do that with the rest. Good, we done that. File, save. Here we need the little stones, so we make that material new. Stone or little. Take a principal shader, take here a image texture, we input what we copied, Control V, our nodes, then we simply connect and get here our little stone texture, that or that or that. In this case I take that. Then we need a roughness with stone. We need here the displacement, so the texture comes at as a value and goes here in the displace. Here we can take 102, I think. Then we have to object apply the rotation scale and you unwrap nothing, so we take the smart UV unwrap and rotate here 90 degrees. Then we scale the texture down. Much down. Maybe a little too much, or take 200. Oh, 200 is too big, so we take 100. Okay. That is that here, but the roof should have tiles. So get plus here and new material called roof. And yeah, we take here the principal shader again, the image texture. We say open, we take our texture folder and get the tiles, the roof tiles here. So get them on. Say here it should have a roughness. And Control V to input the nodes. Connect them. So now we have to put them on. So that means we take that here for the roof. There should be tiles on, so we click on roof assign. You see it's much too big and turned. So at first we make the scale. So we go here down. One should be okay. Here that is okay, the floating is okay, here not. So we simply rotate it here manually. Then you see when you get the right one. Normally it should be such like that. But it isn't easy to handle. So that one, that here you can rotate to. So here it must be turned complete, so rotate 180. Here you make it manually, but it's nearly too good. Here the same, rotate manually and plug it. So we done that. Here that is wrong, so we make it here from view from view. Good. Here it must be turned, so rotate 90. The rest is nearly okay. Here rotate 92. Good. Oh, here is wrong. So here we make it from view. Good. So we done that. File save. So that was that one. That we have. That front we have the door we need, the windows. Door and the windows. Yes. So there's a simple wooden door. So you can textures.com, you know it. There you can get doors, and I get that here, but only one side of that door. So I copy that door and bring it to our texture folder, and then get to the door, file, save. Then we make a plus, call it door. We say the principal shader, we say image texture, Control V to plug in the nodes. We open up and go to the texture folder, and there we have a door. And this door should have roughness, and we should open it here too, but we need a name. So how's the name of it? Door wood panel something. Door wood panel something. So we make it here open. Door wood panel something. That is here in our UV image editor. Now we have here our ref for that, and we only want one door. So we can take that both and grab them to the side, and then grab the down part to the end of that one. And then we say assign the door. The door should be unwrapped other way, so U from view. And then we have that, and that we have to scale, and then to only one side, so scale Y, now scale X. Yeah. And so we have one door there. Good. That can have here a displacement too. So the color and the displacement, and we take here 100. Done. We have a door in. Houston, we have a door in. But we can make it a little bit better here, so we go here a little bit higher, and here in the edge, and here the down part. Get there in the middle down there, and here in the edge, so that fits a little bit better. Good. I hate that here, so we rotate that fast. Rotate 90. We don't see it, but it nerves me. So we have that, file, save. The next thing we must do is we get a smoker, then we must make the windows, and a second door is here. So we must look at the back of the second one, that here. There must be a door, and here a window. So add mesh cube. Make the door first. Such like that. Scale Z. Scale X. I think that is good. We only want to cut that into this mesh there. And Shift D, a window we need 2. Scale Z to make it a little bit smaller, and I must look where should that be correctly. It's more to the right side, a little bit higher, and it is small. Okay. more to the right side. It is small, a little bit down. So think that can work. So we join them both together. Object apply rotation scale. Set the origin to geometry. Same with the down part. Object 2 apply rotation scale. Set the origin to geometry. The name of it is cube 12. So we use here our boolean cube 12 and say it should be the difference. Apply. So that is cut it in, so we can move that to second layer. Then we can here open up, so X only faces. Here we have to get this stone wall on, and it must be unwrapped. And here the roughness, we forgot to make it high, so here the same, get here the stone material and unwrap. Here we need this door too, so we get here plus and get here this door, that is the other door, little door, hope that is the right one. I don't know how I call that. Don't know it exactly. But we have only gates, stone wall, little door, door 1, door 2. We try. Was that? No, it wasn't that. It was the other. This one. But how they called? So we go here. Door it called. Okay, so we take door. So we delete that and get their door in. Door. Whoa. Plus and then door. Good. So we have to unwrap from view and say it should have the door, and then we have it here and can scale it up and bring it to one side by grabbing. So here we can make it smaller, here deeper. So we have it. That is our door. Good. But I think it's the wrong one. Oh, no, it looks so. It is a high mentioned there. Okay. Good. File, save. Then when we look at the original, then you see on the bottom there are this wood stuff, and here too. So we have to build that. That means we go here and add mesh cube, top view, grab it to the position, scale set, then we make that side longer till there. Now a little bit more like that. Okay, then Shift D, take the other one to that door, make that smaller. Then we take the complete one and mark seam. Here the same, the complete one, mark seam. Then we apply the rotation scale of it and unwrap cube. Here the same, unwrap cube and apply the rotation scale and unwrap cube. So there should be wooden stuff, and I think it can be a little bit longer in front, so it's bad, then we must unwrap all new. Okay, but it is like it is sometimes, so good. So again, apply rotation scale and cube unwrap, same here. Object, apply rotation scale and cube project. File, save. Yeah, wooden stuff we need, and when we look in our texture folder, we can take that here, maybe, or that, but when we look at the original there, it is the other one. It's a light gray. So I think we get this gray texture there on, so we call it new bridge wood and principal shader image, Control V to input the nodes, open the image, we take our gray wood there, that it should have a roughness, it should have displacement 105 maybe, and yeah, the scale sure must be much down, so we scale here down. So we have that, and as we see, that isn't enough and it isn't good. So we take here unwrap from view, and then we rotate it 90 degrees. So we have that. That isn't good too. So we have to scale X, no, scale Y, yes, so that we have only one texture for that all. There we can scale up in the other direction, so scale X. Yeah, that is the correct one. Here the sides we have to unwrap other way, so unwrap Smart UV project. Then here we need the same, so we call it bridge something. So new bridge wood, and here we need this unwrap from U2 and have to scale them. So first rotate X 90 degrees, then scale X, the same size as the other is, and scale Y, make it smaller or less small, and then grab it simply to your position you want. So we have that. Here is the same. This line we can Smart UV project. So we have that. File, save, and it looks so awful here, but in real that looks better when that is rendered down. Here that looks completely out of way, and that will be fine later. So we search here the sun lamp. We go here and set it to sun. Use nodes. Take here a strength of 6. The shadows should be hard, so 0, 3. And we take here a background image for the light, and that means the world settings. Use nodes, preview, background. We want to have an environment texture for the background lighting, and open it up here. You can get it by HDRI Heaven or on other pages for environment textures. Only Google for that, it's simply to find. Good. Then we must look that the sun comes from the front, and we see it now comes from the back, the sun. So we have to rotate them to the front, and they come from top there. It's 12 o'clock. So file, save. Now let me now render again. File, save. Yeah, that looks much better. That's a little bit too hard. That is okay. The doors come good. The other door there is okay. We can bevel maybe a little. They'll need the windows, and the smoker should be there. Here that must turn maybe. Something is wrong with that, but I must look at that later. Okay. Good. File. Save. Good. Next time we make these things here, the bottom there, the railings over there, and so on. So we see us in the next tutorial. Bye.